Saving the environment. Objectives. Understand how the Environmental Protection Agency writes regulations to implement environmental laws written by Congress. Learn what you can do as a consumer to implement behaviors that protect our environment. Understand the function and purpose of some of the common EPA agencies. Understand how these regulations affect you as a consumer. Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA. Congress has written many laws that are regulated by EPA. We are going to focus on a few of these laws. Clean Air Act, Clean Water Act, Chemical Safety, Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, Occupational Safety and Health Act. What is EPA? EPA is a regulatory agency Congress authorizes to write regulations that explain the critical details necessary to implement environmental laws. There are many laws written to protect human health and environment. Clean Air Act. The Clean Air Act, or CAA, is the comprehensive federal law that regulates hazardous air pollution. One of the goals is to control emissions produced by automobiles. Clean Water Act. The Clean Water Act, or CWA, establishes the basic structure for regulating discharges of pollutants into surface waters. It ensures that our drinking water is safe. Chemical Safety. The Federal Insecticide, Fungicide, and Rodenticide Act, FIFRA, limits pesticide distribution, sale, and use to those that will not generally cause adverse effects on the environment. Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act sets limits for pesticides, residues in food. Residues above safe limits are removed from the market. Safe is defined as no harm resulting from exposure. The Occupational and Safety Health Act, or OSHA, ensures workplace safety. Examples of unsafe conditions might include exposure to toxic chemicals, excessive noise levels, mechanical dangers, heat or cold stress, unsanitary conditions. What you can do to promote health safety. Make sure lids on chemicals such as paints are closed tight to prevent evaporation. If you live in older homes, check for high levels of lead in paint. Check the air index levels for pollutions and avoid strenuous outdoor activities during times when the levels are high. Visit www.airnow.gov. On the next slide, you will see how levels are divided and how you can protect your health. Air quality. Good is 0 to 50. To protect your health, no health impacts are expected when air quality is in this range. Moderate, 51 to 100. Unusually sensitive people should consider limiting prolonged outdoor exertion. Unhealthy for sensitive groups. Unhealthy for sensitive groups, 101 to 150. The following groups should limit prolonged outdoor exertion: people with lung disease, such as asthma, children and older adults, people who are active outdoors. It is unhealthy. Unhealthy, 151 to 200. The following groups should avoid prolonged outdoor exertion: people with lung disease, such as asthma, children and older adults, people who are active outdoors. Everyone else should limit prolonged outdoor exertion. Very unhealthy. Very unhealthy is 200 and over. People with lung disease such as asthma, children and older adults, people who are active outdoors. Everyone should limit outdoor exertion. Modern-day climate change. The benefits of reducing waste, reusing items, and recycling materials. Less energy is used by recycling compared to creating items from raw materials. Fewer natural resources are used when material is recycled. When an object is recycled, it does not become litter. When an object is recycled, it does not take up space in a landfill. For many materials, it costs less to recycle than to create from raw materials. What can you do? Use less energy. Turn off lights. Use star efficiency appliances. Limit your use of automobiles. Make sure your car is well tuned and running well. 4 ways to conserve natural resources: waste reduction, reusing, recycling, composting. Waste reduction. It is not making waste to begin with. Reusing. It is using the same object over and over again. Recycling is taking material and turning it into something new. Facts about recycling. Paper. If all morning newspapers in the United States were recycled for 1 day, how many trees would be saved? And 6 million tons of waste would never end up in landfills. Plastic. Blank soft drink or salad dressing containers could be recycled into carpeting for an average-sized living room. Glass. Recycling 1 glass bottle saves enough electricity to light a 100-watt bulb for blank hours. Aluminum. In blank months, Americans throw away enough aluminum to rebuild every airplane in the commercial air fleet. Steel. Americans throw away more steel and iron every year than domestic automakers use in the same time. Recycle. Many articles of clothing are made from recycled materials, such as fleece products made from plastic bottles. Shoe manufacturers use cotton scraps and rubber tires in their products. Shop thrift stores. Many thrift stores help people in need or provide jobs for the disabled. By shopping a thrift store, you aren't only recycling, you are also providing a service to the community. Composting. It is defined as turning plant and food waste into soil. What can be recycled? Paper. If it comes from a tree, such as newspaper, can be recycled into toilet paper. Recycled paper, such as magazines and phone books, can be turned into paper towels. Office and writing paper can be turned into office paper. Corrugated cardboard can be used for insulation. Paper, cardboard, dairy, and juice cartons can be used to make cereal boxes. Unsolicited direct mail can also be used in making any of the products to your right. Plastic. What it comes from. Oil. Types of plastic recycle. Numbers 1 through 7. Lumber, clothing, office supplies, toys, milk crates, carpeting, bottles, and jars. Metals, mineral ores, aluminum and cans, recycled metal, steel, nickel and cadmium batteries, aluminum foil and bakeware, and cars. Glass, sand, clear brown, blue, and green, can be turned into bottles and jars. Soda ash can be recycled into aggregate or road surfaces. Limestone can be recycled into insulation or fiberglass. Glass, what not to recycle. The following items should not be placed into your recycling bin. Any glass contaminated with stones, dirt, and food waste. Ceramics such as dishware, ovenware, and decorative items. Heat-resistant glass such as Pyrex. Mixed colors of broken glass. Mirror or window glass. Metal or plastic caps and lids. Crystal, light bulbs, cathode ray tubes, or CRTs, found in some televisions and computer monitors. Batteries or bulbs. The types of batteries or bulbs that can be recycled are car batteries, household and button batteries, rechargeable batteries, incandescent and LED bulbs, compact fluorescent bulbs. What can they be turned into? Fertilizer and dyes. All should be recycled to reclaim valuable compounds. Electronics. Various electronics. Types of electronics that can be recycled are computers, CPUs, monitors, peripherals, and keyboards, office equipment, televisions, consumer electronics, and cell phones. What can they be recycled into? A valuable source of secondary raw materials such as gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. Base metals, metal or plastic. What not to recycle for electronics. The following items should not be placed into your recycling bin. Microwaves, smoke alarms or detectors, fire alarms and detectors, thermometers, large appliances such as refrigerators, non-decontaminated medical equipment, any unit with sludge or liquids. From trash to fuel. Are there any questions?